Alright, so yesterday we got a bombshell that dropped on us that Bandai US is no longer going to be bringing in Camera DX toys. For this video, let's first have a look at some of the tweets that talk about this, followed by me giving some of my thoughts based on what I understand from the Singapore point of view, as I have dealt with quite a number of Japanese companies, toy companies and all. Alright, let's get on to it, yeah. Tokusatsu! Yes, everyone! Kochi caturteer in the house, and welcome to the Tokusatsu channel. So today is a slightly more serious discussion. This is not a drama topic, and I don't want you to go hate on anybody and all here, because everybody has their fair point of view, including Bandai US. And maybe Bandai Japan. Alright, so let's get on to it, and let's go with this serious discussion. Okay. This actually came to my attention through this tweet from TTT Ship. Alright, confirm. Bandai US will not import Camera toys anymore except for Tamashii SH figures. I got the newest offer files yesterday and there's no section for Camera toys. So I believe they decided to discontinue DX toys in the States. It's sad, but can't help it. It is true it's sad, yeah. But I personally don't think this is the end of the world. I'll talk more about it. Actually, TT Ship actually do talk more about it later on here. We can get merch on Toku Collectibles. I hope I got that right. I just want to let you know, guys, ahead that at least you won't find the merch at Kino, New York City, anymore except for Tamashii SH figures. Okay, so Toku Collectibles bring us Japan released toys, but the price point bet Japan and USD wasn't much different. And they also know this person who works at Bandai, who handles the Camera toys here, and they say that sales did not meet expectations, and that's one of the reasons. Alright. In response to this, some people mentioned, alright, so project, okay, I can't read Japanese, Jiswa project, okay. Does Bandai and Toei hate their fans? At this rate, gotcha toys will be only obtainable from scalpers 3 times at their base price at the cheapest. I personally don't agree with this, except for the parallel arts in the booster packs, okay, all the rare cards in the booster packs. Yes, those cards rejected, just like Pokemon cards. Okay, yeah. Alright, how can you sell a Pokemon card for $100 when you bought the booster pack for $7? Same thing that's gonna happen here, because it's gotcha cards. Okay. So Davis does mention, you could use a wide variety of mail or direct order services to buy directly from Japan. That sidesteps the scalpers. Alright, so they also mentioned that Bandai US has been doing a consistently bad job providing what fans would want properly. Yeah. Okay, so yes, I definitely agree with the direct mail order stuff, because there's things like Bai and all. It can be a bit difficult, but let me get more into it later on here. Alright, so Antonio mentions, I never buy things from Western sellers because they always overcharge you. I've found that buying things secondhand from Japan is far cheaper, which is very true, especially at the end of season. Because you know, when kids buy toys, they go like, I want Kamen Rider Geats for Christmas. Next Christmas, I want Kamen Rider Gotcha. And the Geats toys are abandoned. What the parents do? They sell off the Geats toys. It happens. Okay, not just, okay, not this habit that I see not just in kids, but also in collectors. I don't know why you buy the whole set to collect it, and at the end of the series, you kind of like, you know, give it up all the way and just sell off at a loss. That happens in Singapore collectors scene as well. Alright, however, at the same time, we also have people scalp. Okay, so we have the Kabuto Zector Race Buckle, $50. Dread Driver, $155. And we got like a Bujin Buckle, $190. Insane, but wow. Scalpers exist everywhere. Not just in the Americas. One comment that stood out to me was, let my nuts go. I'm sorry. Hey, what did they import besides figures? Belts. I don't know they import. I know they don't import Shodo, which is the only thing I care about. So talking about the Shodo figures, okay, these are actually considered candy toys and all, and these are actually a completely different merchandise line. So this is usually handled by a separate distributor and license, not by the usual Bandai US. Oh, these are the ones that handle things such as the wafer cards for Fragrant Order, Hololive, all the sticker cards in Ultraman and all. Or sometimes you see like bookmarks and all with like a chewing gum inside. Yes, it's definitely handled by a completely different company most of the time. Even in Japan, it's you order them from two different companies here. If I'm not wrong, it's under Bandai Namco. So yeah, the logo is there, so it's completely different from what Bandai US is all about here. For this part, I can confirm because previously I have worked for a toy shop, an anime toy shop, and Bandai Namco, Bandai come from completely different distributors, and they have a different way of like ordering things as well. Yeah. Alright, another thing that is brought from someone that I have followed for quite a while. And he mentioned that Kotetsu Toys Taka mentioned that I don't know if this information is true or not, but to be honest, so many Japanese companies, not just Bandai, this is very true. I can mention quite a few other companies off the top of my head, but to maintain my reputation, I shall not. Still hesitant to expand overseas market. In the past, it's due to English, but even if that is cleared, they still don't try to do it. I don't know why. I've tried to enter foreign markets in the past for selling jewelry, but none of them wanted to leave the Japanese market. I asked them why, but they always said, I don't see why we need to expand overseas from the Japanese market. However, the number of companies considering to enter overseas market has been increasing recently, so I believe the situation will change again here. And then, I'm afraid now that me and my job selling toys will be not needed then. Okay, I mean, it is true that if, there are proper local distribution lines overseas here, it might be putting a lot of people out of jobs. And honestly, this was a very huge fear for a lot of local Singapore sellers. I say, we'll be losing our jobs because, they decide to sell things more openly to the local markets. Alright. However, based on what I've seen, because we have a situation where from this point on, it's all my personal thoughts and my opinions here, and my personal knowledge for things here and there. So local imports are still more affordable, in Singapore. I mean, direct imports are more affordable, where people just buy from Japan and then import them directly and resell here. So largely it's because when you go through a distributor, well, technically it's supposed to be cheaper, licensing fee and all tends to make things a lot more expensive. And also when you put places like, Kinokuniya, departmental stores, they tend to go with this SRP that is not necessarily the cheapest. So like in Singapore, you can get like the Legend Driver for about $60 quite easily. But sold at departmental stores through the so-called local importers, the licensed importers, they sell for about $70 to $80. So we are talking about $20 difference, even on a local market. Just take that in mind that it's not necessarily going to be cheaper just because you have a local distributor. Alright. And one thing is, sometimes you say, why not you just buy it yourself? It can be a bit inconvenient going through a secondary platform, looking through the prices yourself and on. So end of the day, getting from somebody who imports all those things, so-called a small business and all in your own country, in the US and Singapore and all, I think it's just paying for the convenience. If you really want things to be cheaper, then just get them from Japan directly. You probably can get them secondhand way cheaper from Japan Amazon through bidding and all. But like I say, it's end of the day, it's are you willing to go through the extra effort, or do you just want to pay a bit more to just get them cheaper? It's totally up to you. Okay, so when it comes to local distributors, I know that when let's say you bring in I say I want to bring Camera Geeks DX toys, they not only ask you to bring in the DX belt, they force you as a distributor, you're forced to bring every single thing in the line. Yes, yeah. Whether it's like, just a small Legend Rider belt, yeah, that probably won't sell. You're forced to bring those in, yeah. And then when you have too many things that don't sell, okay, and you're forced to order things in as like, a minimum order quantity. Alright? Your unpopular items that don't sell take up warehouse space. And eventually they turn into losses. So sometimes you can say, yes, the Geats driver is popular. But, the Desire driver is popular. But all your smaller things that don't sell equates to losses for even the base driver itself. Yeah. And they cannot go to Japan and say, hey, I only want to bring in the Desire driver. I don't want to bring in all the small stuff. Yeah. If that's the case, Japan say, no, we'll not let you bring in stuff. And there's one very huge problem with Japan distributor and dealership. Yeah. They force you to take everything. Very often. Or this is my experience when it comes to other toy companies from Japan as well. Yeah. Whom I shall not name. Okay. So, another thing that I've seen in Singapore is the Singapore Gachapon official shop. Yes, they have a lot of popular stuff. Fieren, Gundam, Pokemon, yeah. And then, at the same time, they are also forced to bring in things like Precure that doesn't sell in Singapore. We have a very non-existent Precure base in Singapore, fan base in Singapore, yeah. I'm part of that small, niche. Alright, so when we go to like the, I'm never afraid that, going to the Gachapon shop and I see, oh, the Precure stuff we sold out. No, the thing is going to sit there for months, for ages. Even the first releases from the time the shop opened are still available now. But things like Gundam, things like some of the Kamen stuff, they just vanish. Why? Because they're popular. And then they're just, left with dead stock like Precure. And they're forced to take in everything because, Bandai's like, you want to bring in Gachapon? You bring in all the Gachapon. So can things that sell offset the things that don't sell? That's something they need to consider as well, yeah. Okay, so another thing is Japan also has, problem doing global outreach, largely because of their bosses. Their bosses are like, no, our stuff is licensed in Japan. If we go overseas, what if there's copyright issues? What if there's, people will copy our products and come out pirated versions, yeah. That's actually some of the discussions that came to us for a while, but at the same time, they're all manufactured in China and we all know bootlegs come from. Alright, so to be honest, I don't really see that reasoning behind that. Okay, yeah. But they're always worried, oh, if we go overseas, what if they steal our ideas? If they steal our stuff? I do not know how to convince some of them. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. And then, they always say, we want to keep things within Japan because within Japan, we can control our market, we can control our audience. Release things in the US, we cannot control our audience. This is something that they always, reply to us about why they do not want to, support overseas activities. Yeah. And very, very, very obvious one is they have launched something called P Bandai International. Alright. And in Singapore at least, yeah. And when I see something in P Bandai International for Singapore, unless you're a Gundam fan, you'll be absolutely disappointed then, yeah. They don't sell your CSM belts then, yeah. They don't sell all your DX toys on the international version. You have to go to P Bandai Japan. And to be honest, to me as a rider fan, that completely defeats the purpose of P Bandai International. I'd rather it not even exist, yeah. Okay, so end of the day, I'll say that the only two brands from Bandai that I see really, really trying their best to reach out is only Gundam and Ultraman. Okay, yeah. And it's probably because their sales or their marketing team decide to just go for overseas audience, yeah. Even then, what we receive as international fans, it's very different from what is given to the Japanese fans still, yeah. They do try their best, but there's such a huge difference. And you know, it's painful to be a fan, okay? But I still want to support the series here. Always remember that the creators, the editors, the actors, the actresses here, and the people that are putting in the design efforts for Kamen Rider and all, are not the ones who decide that we can't watch the shows. Okay, yeah. Alright. Look at Masahiro Inoue always going to events and all overseas. Okay, look at all the actors for our Toku series being so excited to meet international fans. Yeah. It's not their fault that, you know, the distribution is so crappy. The licensing is so crappy. Yeah. It's always the bosses above that make these decisions. Yeah. Alright, so let me know below in the comments what you think about it. This has been a very long discussion. It's been a pretty serious discussion, and I thought I wanted to just share a bit of my thoughts based on how I've been handling some of the toy orders and distribution in the past before. Yeah. Okay, so let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts about it. Is there anything you'd like to ask me about it? I'll try my best to answer so long it doesn't affect me. Okay, yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. I am also planning to work on a video more about P Bandai, so stay tuned for that one. And I guess that P Bandai video won't come out so fast, but I'll see you on the next one. Okay, let me know if you like this kind of long discussions and all, and bye bye, nya.